Now then, some people may ask for proof that we who are speaking to you are spirit, and we speak to you from a spiritual state of life, or from heaven, whatever you like to call it. But it is a state of life which is not limited by time or space. And this is very difficult for you as a human being to understand because of the limitations of your physical brain and mind. Nevertheless, if you commence to seek this understanding from within your heart, the Spirit will speak to you from that spiritual state of life, which is called heaven, because it is a condition of life which is harmonious and beautiful, and as perfect as it can be to the particular individual who is living in it at a particular time. We mean by this that when the great change comes to you, which is called death, it is really an initiation of the soul, and the individual withdraws from the physical body. And there is nothing to fear in this perfectly natural and beautiful transition from the physical state of life to the etheric. We will not call it the spiritual. We will call it the etheric, or the soul state of life. And the soul withdraws from the body, and it seeks its own substance or material. In other words, when man dies, he passes into a state of life in which he is clothed not in physical matter, but in etheric matter. And the etheric matter is the soul, which he as an individual has created for himself by his thoughts and actions in physical life. We hope this is very clear. This is why some people seem to pass into a state which can only be described as heavenly, because they have built into their soul, which is their etheric body, a heavenly state of life. They have thought kindly, they have acted kindly, they have been inspired and guided by the highest that is within them, which is spirit. And spirit is God. Now, let us take the other side of the picture. If a man has lived a life on the physical plane, which has been entirely selfish, spent for himself, gathering to himself all the things he wanted, having no thought or consideration for life on the physical plane, whether it was the life of human beings or the life and the feelings of animals or other creatures which God has created. Then that man finds himself in a soul which is dark, which is selfish, and he is surrounded by all the cruelties and selfishness and greed and suffering which he has inflicted on life, mind you. Now, when these two people pass from earth into the soul world, there they find their heaven or hell, entirely their own creation. Now you may ask, dear brother and friend, how we know these things. And our answer is because we have seen many, many countless lives in the soul world. We have seen the infinite joy and happiness of those simple, kindly souls who have lived unselfishly, and we see also the hell which other people have created for themselves by their outlook on life, their thoughts, and their complete ignorance of the divine spirit or love.